Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing well. I was literally just watching Ole Miss, Texas, and I looked at the clock. I'm like, oh snap, I have to start the stream. So, yes, y'all, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing well. LSU coming off a hard loss at home, buzzer beater versus Kentucky. And now we're on the road versus Vandy. Couple changes to the lineup. Zakiyah Johnson is starting along with Mylasia Fulwiley. Nice to see that Blake's Full Wiley matchup starting soon. So yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to today's stream. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. So yeah. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with prayer. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, Lord, I thank you for the ability to host these streams and gather everyone here together. We pray for the LSU women's basketball team and Vanderbilt that there's no injuries. We hope LSU comes away with the win. We play together as a team and we show our grit rebounding. In Jesus' mighty name, we do pray. Amen and amen. So, let me go ahead and get the game up. And yeah, let me know that score, y'all. If anybody's watching that Texas Ole Miss, let me know how it ended up because I was literally just watching it. And I am just trying to see if we're ready. I don't see us starting yet. Okay, there we go. And now it says we're live. So let me watch it then. Cody missed her free throws 0.5, almost ball. They still down 2 or 3. I'm just it's probably as soon as that Texas Ole Miss game I'm talking about goes off, that's when we'll get started. And I was doing this, y'all. I already have all of that. It always does that. Give me one quick second. Down 3. Rory missed both free throws. Oh, damn. All right. Now it looks like it's working. Okay, cool. We're good. Yep, it's on for me now.
Mikaylah's in this game. First, you have Mikaylah Blakes of the Vanderbilt Commodores. She is 4th in the nation in scoring. This super sophomore can score at all 3 levels. She's quick. She's tenacious. But it's not just on the offensive end. Defensively, she's a menace as well, especially when Vanderbilt wants to put on that press. But she's not the only Mikaylah in this game. You got Mikaylah Williams of LSU. She's coming off 26 points in that Kentucky game. Yes, she can knock it down from the 3. She's a big guard. She can get it done inside. She will be called upon to help on the glass as well. The question will be, which Mikaylah is going to be the most special today to pull off the win here in Nashville? Will the Tigers rebound under the direction of Kim Mulkey, now in her 5th season with 4 national championships as a head coach?
That'll always be so great.
An assistant and also as a
That'll always be so crazy to me that we have to ask, are we going to rebound when it's a Kim Mulkey LSU team? That shouldn't be a question. Let's rebound, ladies.
The NCAA tournament. Can their special season continue?
Here we go. And y'all know I like Shaeeta.
Top 5 win since 2009.
All right, my wins the tip, and here we go.
It's the road purple and gold for LSU. We'll see Vanderbilt. Their goal is to keep the ball out of the paint. Didn't like the effort. So 2 new starters today, not just for Wiley, but she goes back to Zakiyah Johnson as well. Same starting 5 every game this season for Vanderbilt. And here's a touch for Blakes. Out to the freshman point guard, Aubrey Galvin. Looking to get a touch down low. Sasha Washington tries to wrap it around. And there's a defensive rebound for Amiya Joyner. We talked about the Kentucky out-rebounding LSU by 16. So it's a focus for LSU to go to the glass, a focus for Vanderbilt to keep LSU off. Williams' pass is picked off. Galvin goes behind the screen, no good. This is their first opportunity at a quad one win this season. Neither side particularly well battle tested in their non-conference schedules. That changes now in the SEC. Johnson, no good. The second chance on the offensive rebound won't go from Mikaylah Johnson.
And Beth, today, these two teams, two different styles. Vanderbilt will shoot it freely from the perimeter. It's LSU that tries to get to the paint. There goes Mikaylah Blakes right from the jump.
Galvin almost got the steal, and Vandy does come away with it. Blakes will pull up. And the rebound for Flau'jae. The big transfer pickup from South Carolina this past offseason. LSU so far 3 turnovers on their 4 possessions. And they finally get a shot to drop a couple minutes in.
Going to see how often LSU settles for that jump shot as opposed to getting deep in the paint.
Blakes defended by Flau'jae Johnson. That is a big matchup to watch. They were teammates this past summer with USA Basketball. Johnson, her minutes diminished throughout that tournament while Blake's minutes picked up, and she ended up being the MVP of that tournament for the United States under Kara Lawson, the head coach at Duke.
Oh, Mikaylah Blakes was so consistent with her scoring. And it's just because of diversity, the quickness that she has, the ability to handle the basketball.
Change of direction, change of speed, layup. There are the two together this past summer, helping the United States to gold in the AmeriCup.
You know, LSU they look a lot different than they have the last 3 years. Remember, they had players like Angel Reese, Anissa Morrow to play inside. Without that dominant post center inside, where will that paint production come from?
Good hustle by Flau'jae to keep it alive for Mikaylah. And now Vandy comes away with it. Jakalenga Mwanantanda, the big transfer pickup from Texas. Played at the Final Four last year with the Longhorns. Pick out at midcourt. Flau'jae's got it and misses the left side layup with the right hand, but is able to clean it up.
And you see Flau'jae, she gave herself the signal of calm down. She is amped up. This is her first start this season, and she's got a lot on her shoulders. Got to apply that pressure defensively.
That was part of the game plan. They want to test the freshman Galvin. This is her biggest test in terms of assists and turnovers in her young career.
I talked to her about it last night. She said, I'm from Chicago. She's not worried about that pressure.
Flau'jae with the nice spin, the good look inside, and a foul. And Malaysia off to the good start in the lineup.
Flau'jae, this is what she does. She has such quick hands. She's got 56 steals. That was her 57th steal on the season.
Yeah, she and Blake's 2 of the best in the country with the takeaways. And now that a free throw line for Mikaylah Johnson, the freshman making her 12th start. A 70% free throw shooter. Few teams in the country are better at getting to the free throw line than the Tigers.
I was talking to Bob Starkey before the game, and I said, which of the newcomers has impressed you the most? And he pointed out Johnson. He said, she brings that energy and effort. She was brought to LSU to play the 3, but because of some injury, she's had to play some in the post.
Bob Starkey, the longtime assistant. Blakes with the backdoor and 1. And the assist for Jada Brown. And Mikaylah Blakes has all 7 Vanderbilt points.
Watch Blake's quickness on this backdoor cut. Set it up and then hard to the basket. to get the easy two. Her change of direction. Wow. Foul on Flau'jae. But now Blake's to the line. 81% on the season. There is not an active player in Division I that has a better career scoring average at nearly 24 per game than Blake's does.
And she's just a sophomore.
There's a turnover for LSU. We were talking today at the Vandy practice. Blake's right now may be the quietest All-America candidate in the country. She's certainly on the short list. And they have 9 games left on their schedule against ranked opponents for her to really show her stuff.
Yeah, I think because Vanderbilt has not been on the major stage until Shea Ralph, 2 trips to the NCAA tournament now. Blake's can get her shine.
I think Kim Mulkey wants the officials to take another look at that to see if it was a foul on Flau'jae. She thought she got a clean block on it. So Blake's will go back to the line. Polani Spurlock, Denise Brooks, Bill Lawrence, our officiating crew today. How about a look at the wooden watch? Brought to you by Principal. This season, Blake's 4th in the country in scoring right now. She and Hannah Hidalgo, the only 2 that are top 10 in scoring and steals. Hidalgo and the Fighting Irish lost again today. That's 2 straight losses for Notre Dame, as Duke beat them. Oh, the turnover's really problematic here in the early going. 10-5 Vanderbilt with the early lead.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna make it move.
Ciao. We got to keep our head held high, child. Ooh, it's going to be a climb. All right. Oh.
30 p.m. on ESPN.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Kay, the official partner of couples who love the game. Always fun to catch some live music in Nashville. And we are just a stone's throw away over on the campus of Vanderbilt. And it's Mikaylah Blake's leading LSU 10-5. And LSU has turned it over on half of their possessions, Carolyn.
Kim Mulkey made the substitution, took Flau'jae Johnson out, put Jada Richard into the ball game.
So she will now take a turn defending on Blake's here initially on this possession. Looking for a three, that won't go. They make close to 10 per game. They take advantage of that line.
Welcome in, Jada.
Yeah, Vanderbilt makes 9.9 threes per game. LSU as a whole only attempts about 15 a game. They make almost 6 threes a game.
Vandy will throw on a little full court pressure here. LSU able to take care of that. Nice no look from Flau'jae, and Kate Koval wasn't ready for it, and that is a 6th turnover already for LSU.
Kim Mulkey is frustrated.
Against Kentucky, it was the rebounds. Today, it's the giveaways so far. Coming off their first loss of the season, Vanderbilt one of just 4 remaining unbeatens after Iowa State lost to Baylor today. 3 unbeatens fell yesterday. So it's Vandy, Texas Tech, Texas, and UConn. Nice move from Mikaylah Williams coming off of that 26-point effort against UK.
Well, Mikaylah Williams has got to take over. She's got to be the go-to scorer, be that star for LSU.
So far, they've been able to put a little pressure on Galvin, at least get starting that offense a little further out. Flau'jae's on her right now. Shot clock's winding down. Passat got a jack. The heave, good if it goes. A hard off the back iron and an offensive rebound.
Those are the rebounds that we should not be giving up. Like, that's a long rebound. We need to get on that. We need to have that. How can we get another position after that type of defense did not give them a shot?
Honorable mention, All-American a year ago, member of the All-SEC first team. Floater from Blake's. And a foul. And that's going to be on the terrific freshman out of Las Vegas, Grace Knox. Their bench, LSU's, scores nearly 50 a night, led by her and Flau'jae.
Hey,
Gracie. More of Blake she can add to her tally, and does. Hey, our Super Tuesday men's basketball doubleheader. How about that one? Duke at Louisville, 7 Eastern. Then TCU, Kansas. That's Tuesday night. A doubleheader for you on ESPN and the app. Flau'jae. Koval weak side. That won't go. LSU starting out just 3 for 12. And now LSU wants a look at that. They think this ball should be theirs out of bounds.
We talked to Kim Mulkey about that this morning. She said, when you start twirling the finger and asking for an appeal, you better be sure, because she doesn't want to have to lose a timeout if this call is not overturned.
Call on the court is white ball. LSU is appealing out of bounds call.
That's new this year that the coaches can appeal this type of situation. Some coaches have an assistant that tracks it for them. Some rely on their players' reaction, which that's what it appeared to be in this instance.
Yeah, I think it went off of Justine Passat.
Yep. That's where the arm sleeve of the tattoo is an indicator. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be a good appeal
for
LSU.
Yeah, I don't think that Knox got a touch on it.
Anytime you risk a timeout by going to the appeal, for out of bounds. Oh, who's it off of out of bounds for backcourt violations? Yeah, I don't know that there's any dispute about that.
Yeah, I think this should be LSU's ball.
I mean, how many times we gonna watch it? It's our ball. We won it. Come on.
Gives us a moment to try and identify. I know folks at home are wondering, is that crocodile or is that alligator? Mulkey has brought it again today.
I'm thinking crocodile.
Yeah.
Nah, I did see the rebounding effort when we started the game. My mind was rebounding.
Percentage in women's hoops.
We just didn't feel it because of the turnovers.
6th season as a head coach. An Olympic gold medal winner and a national champion prior to that when she was on the court.
This is a successful appeal by LSU. The ball was blasted out of bounds by White, 13. The game clock has been adjusted as well as the shot clock.
We talked about the rebounding, Carol, and this was also one of the things she mentioned as a key. Got to win the 50-50 balls today, which they did not do the other day.
Yeah, she felt like Kentucky out-hustled them to the floor. When there was a loose basketball or if there was an out-of-area rebound, it was the Wildcats that were going after it.
Inbound to Koval, and now here's Williams calling for a screen. They're trying to ice her in the corner. They force her to give it up. Shot clock's down to 5. Knox finds Koval inside. Good patience there for LSU.
Good patience, good ball movement. Come on.
Going to have to make her
then we're moving the ball. Like, I love LSU when we are passing to each other.
One of the differences for Vandy this year, not only their freshman point guard, but they've got more size inside, and that's going to be a carry. And Galvin now has turned it over twice.
Grace Knox gets the ball up top, recognizes the defense, steps up. That's a post in. You're not supposed to. You help over, not up.
So Richard will bring it up. Williams tries the baseline, the skip. Everybody getting a touch on the perimeter. Back to Richard for 3.
It's good ball movement by the Tigers. Make the Vanderbilt defense have to shift.
LSU with its first lead of the day. And Galvin just kind of tossed that one up courtside, and it'll stay at this end.
Yeah, LSU attack when the defense rotates. Be willing to make the extra, and then the shooter. Jada Richard ready to pull the trigger.
She's the 5th different Tiger to score. And for Vanderbilt, Blake's is the only one to score.
LSU's got plenty of weapons.
Yeah. No other team in the country has 7 double-digit scorers. And there's a foul on the shot inside for Ayanna Mitchell. She is one of 8 players they have that's 6'2" or taller. That has helped them become a better rebounding team this year. Shea Ralph said, we got to rebound and defend if you want to compete for an SEC championship. Hey, the college football playoff semifinals continue on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the app. Thursday night, Miami Ole Miss in the Verbo Fiesta. And then Friday night, Oregon, Indiana in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
I was excited for this game. I thought that this would be a nail-biter all the way through. These two teams, you talked about not really challenged in the non-conference. Now that they're in the SEC, we'll see what each team is made of.
LSU has the 1 win over Duke. Vanderbilt still does not have a quad 1 win yet. They could get one here today. Yeah, we saw those guys in Paris to start out the season, and Justine Passat, when we asked her about what she thought was going on this year, she said, ain't no way we're the 7th best team in the SEC, which is where their preseason pick was. Now they got to go out and prove it. And they forced another turnover there. There's Justine, who's enjoying her career year. They had LSU the weakest non-conference schedule of all the power sides, but they will have opportunities to pick up wins in the SEC with 8 ranked teams again this week.
Well, they start the SEC conference. 4 of their first 5 games are against top 25 opponents.
And the 5th is against one-loss Georgia. And there's Passat from downtown. Vandy back in front. Flau'jae behind the back a couple of times, finds Richard. Scrap for the loose ball, and it's possession arrow. Vanderbilt. Shot clock is off here for the Commodores. An 11-point first quarter for Mikaylah Blakes, and all eyes will be on her as they head to the other end of the floor.
Now, when Blake starts with the basketball, you look for her to give it up and then get it back.
Look at the imbalanced floor here for Vandy. 3 players to the left side. The right is wide open, and of course LSU doesn't want her going that way.
They're going to drive it, and then she's got Passat for the kick.
Brown will take it around and out. LSU made Blakes give it up, but it is still Mikaylah and Vandy with the first quarter lead. One of the biggest games they've had here in a long, long time. Can LSU bounce back from its first loss, or do the Commodores stay unbeaten?
Like a relentless weed,
SEC on ESPN. Broadway, a little country music, if that's your pleasure. The worst rebounding margin in a game for Kim Mulkey at LSU. Well, one of them was just the other day against Kentucky. And that was job one coming in here this afternoon to fix that, Carolyn.
Well, and they had
LSU is out rebounding Vandy so far today, 14-5.
+9 advantage on the glass. Their problem has been the turnovers, more turnovers than baskets. Yeah, Mikaylah Blakes leads all scorers for Vanderbilt with 11, and there's the pull-up for Richard. And it's back to a 1-point game. Blake's defended by Richard. Flau'jae is over on Galvin. Blake's baseline drive, tried to wrap it. Yeah, now Flau'jae's got it.
Yeah, Flau'jae had to take a seat early in that first quarter. I think Kim Mulkey wanted her to settle down and settle in.
Nice move to get by Galvin there, and then the held ball, possession arrow heads the other way. For Johnson, now in her senior season out of Savannah, she's closing in on 1,800 points. Could get to 2,000 by the end of her career. Only 5 other Tigers have ever done that. Baseline, basket and a foul, and Johnson goes down hard. Foul will be on Knox, her second. As Flau'jae pops back up.
Winnetonda posted up, shaped up. Defense so tight, goes around, focus. Finish with the left hand through contact. That's a grown woman move right there.
This is something that's relatively new for Vandy and Shea Ralph to have this kind of post presence, and she really wanted her bigs to establish that this season.
Well, I was wondering how Vanderbilt would adjust, not having Camille Pierre, who transferred to NC State, and the pickup of Winnetonda has been perfect. Size, athleticism, and playing strong in the paint.
Had a big postseason for Texas en route to the Final Four, and gets a home bounce on the free throw. Here is Mikaylah Williams. Couple of crosses, steps to her left. Vandy fans wanted to travel. Mikaylah has started out 1 for 3. It's been a pretty balanced attack for LSU, as been the case all year long, with 7 double-digit scorers.
Well, the rotation we talked about, this is the 6th different starting lineup. Kim Mulkey still searching, trying to find the right combinations.
Galvin, nice swim move to get the ball to the left side. And it's a one-and-done trick for Vanderbilt. For Wiley, who got the start today, mostly coming off the bench in her days at South Carolina, and again here so far at LSU. But Mulkey was looking for a little spark, little energy, a little juice.
Well, I think that's what they needed. They want to play at a fast tempo, and you also want to keep that defensive pressure on a freshman point guard in Galvin. Even though Galvin's got a lot of confidence, a lot of swag, still, with this level of intensity and competition, that can be tough.
Nice no-look feed. Williams finding Joyner.
Yeah, Amiya Joyner, I think that she can be that impact player for LSU.
This is the top scoring team in the country, best field goal percentage, #1 in so many offensive categories, still averaging over 100 points per game, although coming off their season low of 78 against Kentucky. Richard feeling it here in this second quarter.
Jada has been consistent as heck. Jada has been so consistent.
It's been like 2 boxers. They
Right.
feel each other out. In the first
Ten,
round,
bro.
and now they start to deliver some blows.
Well, I think, too, the challenge has been set forth to try and defend Blake's better than they did in the first quarter. They don't allow her to get a touch there. They'll try and push the other way for Wiley. Little off balance. Second chance. Got it. She's got 4. And it's a 6-0 run for LSU to jump back in front. We're going to get a foul underneath on Mikaylah Johnson.
But Mikaylah Williams, the drive and the no-look to Joyner. Joyner over the last 3 games, she's averaged almost 16 points a game and shooting at an 88% field goal.
The transfer from East Carolina, 4 double-doubles on the season. Vandy has hit just 2 of their last 10 shots. Can they get a clean look for Blakes? Hasn't scored yet in this quarter. She's short there. For Riley, pull up in transition, knocks it down.
There you go, Ray. There you go, Ray.
Vanderbilt when she was in a South Carolina uniform.
There you go, Tigers.
The timeout here with the pull-up.
Rock with them.
Complete, affordable care all under one roof. Plus free exams and x-rays for new.
Capital One Cafe.
Of a girl in Louisiana. Though I'm out on the highway, my thoughts are still with her. Such a strange combination of a woman and a child. Such a strange situation, stopping every 100 miles, calling Baton Rouge. A replay of last night's events roll through my mind. Except a scene or 2 erased by sweet red wine. And I see a truck stop sign ahead, so I change lanes. I need a cup of coffee and a couple dollars change, calling Baton Rouge. Operator, won't you put me on through? Gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up, won't you put it on the line? Gotta talk to the girl just one more time.
Hello, Samantha, dear, I hope. Malky always said that she likes playing both Jada and
Studios, Rebecca Lobo and Christine Williamson here. All right.
Well, Riley at the same time. He likes to look at
about 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. What has stood out to you so far?
Well, Mikaylah Blake's got a lot of touches early, and she was productive when she got those touches. Since then, LSU has ramped up their defense, and it's really hard for Vanderbilt to find any good open looks.
All right, we'll see if they're able to do that. We have the deep halftime report soon.
Ladies, Blake's in that first quarter, 3 for 6. So far in the second, she's 0 for 2. Let's see if Shea Rouse draws something up for here out of the timeout.
Well, I think part of the reason it's been so hard for Blakes to get the basketball, the pressure that Mikaylah Flau'jae is putting on Aubrey Galvin.
It's an 8-0 run right now for the Tigers. And they are going to prevent Blakes from getting a good look that possession. And a shot clock violation.
Well, what does Kim Mulkey build her team on?
Good defense.
Good
defense
and rebounding. And they have
great defense right there, y'all. Give it up for our team.
They've been doing what she asked today at shoot-around. Make Blake's work. Don't be soft. They're trying for their 10th straight win in this series against Vandy. Commodores on the other side, 31 straight losses to a top 5 opponent. Dating back to 2009, they'd like to end that today. With all the Vandy alums in town, big weekend.
Yeah, there's about 50 alum that came in for this game.
Let's see is that a foul on Blake's? That is a foul on Blake's. Number 2 on Mikaylah. Under 5 to go in the half. She'll stay.
When you look at LSU's defense and how they defend Mikaylah Blakes, it's not one-on-one. It's everybody else making those tough passes.
They've held her scoreless now for the last 10 minutes. Williams attacks. Offensive rebound and a foul. Johnson, good work on the glass.
I like that. That's what we're talking about. Yes.
Fearless.
Some aggressive rebounds. Yes.
6 rebounds.
That's LSU rebounding right there.
No quit.
Yes, Sakaya. Yes.
Out of Shelbyville, Kentucky, and Sacred Heart Academy, where she won 4 state championships. She's a top 15 recruit who scored over 3,000 points as a prep. It's getting tougher and tougher with the portal for freshmen to crack starting lineups and get a lot of minutes, and she has done it for LSU.
Well, you got to be willing to rebound. You got to have some toughness about you. And Zakiyah Johnson has it.
Up to a 5-point advantage. Blake's defended by Richard. Gets over the top of the screen. Double helps. Well, they had a chance to score down low. Lost the handle. Passat. LSU is making them take some tough shots. Mulkey's asking her player if she wants to appeal this out of bounds. And I don't think there's 100% confidence, so they're going to let it go.
Well, you don't want to be the one that asks for an appeal and blow a timeout.
Don't be wrong.
Yeah. If there's any doubt, keep it in your pocket.
Yeah. Look away. Don't make eye contact.
Okay, that was funny.
Again, good help.
Because the commentators definitely been irritating me a little bit, but that one was funny.
Big turnaround for the LSU defense here on Blake's and the rest of the Commodores.
Do y'all remember, I think it was last season when Flau'jae ran into Mikaylah during the game? And Mikaylah was like, yeah, I like that.
Intense defensive pressure from LSU.
Flau'jae all the way. No,
good job,
chance opportunity for Malaysia.
She's got 8. Blake's sitting there to take that charge. That's risky with her having 2 fouls.
Blake's now will bring it up as the point guard with Galvin out of the game. They prefer her to play the 2. And Blake's is now 0 for 3 this quarter. Good offensive rebound. And the stick back from Washington.
Yeah, Sasha Washington with a welcome back to the Commodores after being out last year with those blood clots.
Not only does she have the size and the stats, but she is their hype man as well. For Wiley. So many Tigers can beat you off the bounce. Turnover there. Here comes Blakes, looking to shoot it. Pull up, no. That'll stay at this end.
And my laser for Wiley is bringing the quickness and the attack, staying on the glass for LSU. And then Washington, again, rebounding, staying after it, underneath, doing that blue-collar work.
Almost 13 minutes now since the last Blake's basket. And that's been the story of this second quarter. As LSU has taken charge, Tigers are shooting 55% this quarter. Ooh, almost gave it away there. Blake's good screens up top, and she ends the drought.
That's the thing with Blake. She may miss a few. She's got amnesia. She's going to pull that trigger again.
The greats just keep on doing it. The All-America candidate down on the deck to tie up the loose ball. Terrific hustle play from Washington.
You got to set solid screens against this LSU pressure. Aiyana Mitchell gets Blake to open, and when that window opens, she's ready to knock it down.
Talked this year about playing free, playing joyful, especially when she doesn't have to run the point like she did a lot last year. Already 3 games of better than 30 points, including her last outing against Arkansas.
You saw that press conference when Shea Ralph was talking about, but sometimes Mikaylah's going to go back to the Blakes, go back to the point. Blake said, no ma'am, no ma'am. She welcomed Galvin taking over that responsibility.
Galvin's catching her breath right now. 0 for 5 with a couple of turnovers for the freshman point guard.
Well, Jada Brown has really, she has emerged to help at that point guard spot.
Had another chance for some second chance, and it goes to LSU.
I'm keeping an eye, Beth, on the rebounding. 23-12 advantage LSU.
Tigers told us they did a lot of sprints this week.
Oh, yeah. Kim Mulkey put the bubble on the rim, so every shot was a missed shot. And if the offensive team got the rebound, get your legs ready.
Blake's the 2-on-1, and the pass skipped away from Brown. Yeah, the only thing worse than the players having to run was the assistant coaches trying to box out and get beat up. The practice players, boy, they tried to force it inside the Blakes and they give it away. Williams, open look, got it. And points at the Vandy bench on her way back down.
And Mikaylah Blakes was the one player for LSU they were worried about from the 3.
Of course, these players, a lot of them know each other, even though they're on opposite sides from high school and AAU and transfers.
USA basketball.
Yeah. Oh, Brown lost her balance, a turnover. Numbers for the Tigers, and Flau'jae will hold it up.
Oh, she's got a mismatch with Mitchell on her. Then she go 1 foot flat and let Flau'jae go to work.
Yeah, looking for that last shot of the half. Big second quarter for LSU. Can they cap it off for Wiley? And does not get up a good shot. Another turnover, but LSU will take the lead into the locker room with that big second quarter. Outscoring Vandy 16-7 as we get you back to Christine and Rebecca.
Welcome into our women's college basketball studios. Rebecca Lobo alongside Christine Williamson. We have a good one there in Nashville. LSU up 28-22. The one thing about Vandy, Mikaylah Blakes was going hot. She had 11 points in the first quarter, but really slowed down in the second quarter. What has impressed you the most about what LSU has been able to do on defense?
Well, neither team has impressed me in terms of their high scoring capabilities, but there's been some really good defense. And you have to look at what LSU was able to do after Blakes got going and was hot. And I was incredibly impressed by Mikaylah Wiley and her defense on Aubrey Galvin. You heard Carolyn Peck talk about it. Here, she gets her into a carry. Look how close she is and how far out the pickup point is. She is just making that freshman's life very, very difficult. No passes being made here until the fling across the court. Shea Ralph had to take Galvin out of the game. Then here, Mikaylah is on Blakes instead. Her teammate switches off, and Milage's like, no, let me have Blake. She's the one who is the hot hand, gets up on her, frustrates her a little bit, gets Blakes to get the offensive foul called there. So, we know how exciting Mikaylah Williams can be on the offensive end of the floor, especially when she gets out in transition. I thought she was absolutely terrific and made a huge impact on the defensive end, just making things really difficult for Galvin. She wasn't able to make a shot, 0 for 5, 2 turnovers in that game. Wiley understood the assignment, and she was brilliant defensively in that first half.
She's doing that in her first start for LSU this season after transferring, of course, from USC, South Carolina last season. All right, let's talk about a matchup that happened earlier today. It was a really good one. A top 25 matchup between Baylor and Iowa State. Under 130 left in the second. Iowa State up to Audie Crooks is always the answer.
Audie Crooks is automatic, and anytime she has single coverage, whether you're behind her or fronting her, Iowa State can get her the basketball, and she's able to score.
She had 22 at the half, 7:30 left in the fourth, tied at 58, and Talia Scott knocks down the three to put the Bears up 61-58, trying to pull off the upset. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Iowa State down 3. Addie Brown to Jada Williams, who hits the 3. It's another tie ball game. How impressive was she?
Massive shot by Jada Williams. Her defender was playing off of her all game, giving her that shot.
That was a huge shot. This was an even bigger one. Talia Scott hits the pull-up J just calmly. Baylor takes a 72-70 lead with that shot. Final play of the game, Iowa State inbounds it, tries to get it to Audie Crooks. She can't hold on. Baylor pulls off the upset, and Talia Scott spoke after the game.
Yeah, I think it all starts defensively, right? When you get after it defensively, we tune into our matchups, we lock in on our scout and what our scout wants us to do. I think we get easy stuff in transition. It's been the theme the whole year. Our defense is good, our offense is going to be great, and we're going to get easy stuff. And I feel like we really did that tonight.
Another top 15 matchup. Number 2, Texas taking on 15 Ole Miss. Texas leading 55-44 in the fourth quarter. Madison Booker gets it to the rim for a layup. Honestly, the Longhorns just rolled this entire matchup.
Well, but Miss Ole Miss was able to come back. Texas was up 19 early in the third quarter. Cody McMahon, though, led the charge for Ole Miss, and they made this one a close one late.
All right, so Texas, same score here, 60-64. Ashton Judd finishes the and one layup. Ole Miss down 67-64. 0.7 on the clock. Man misses the tying three-pointer. They would go on to win 67-64. All right, South Carolina taking on Florida, the number 3 team in the country. Florida trailing 39-35. Layla Reynolds gets the layup. Gators down 2.
Y'all do know that outside of LSU, my only other client is Liv McGill.
Makes the 3. Watch this. Tessa Johnson hits the 3 on the
I really enjoy Liv McGill.
42. Now in the fourth, Joyce Edwards finishes the and one layup. The bench is hype. South Carolina goes on to win 74-63. All right, Oklahoma taking on Mississippi State. Early second, OU up 13. Aaliyah Chavez in transition. The freshman is an absolute bucket.
Yeah, she can get anywhere on the floor that she wants to and score. But how about on this play? Reagan Beers, the big center, running the floor. Her guard delivers the basketball. Oklahoma with 60 points in the paint in this one and 28-2 on fast break points. It was an easy day for Mississippi State.
Yeah, sorry for Oklahoma. Not for Mississippi State. It was a bad day for Mississippi State as they got that loss. All right, LSU up 6 at the half. We'll be back right after this.
This halftime report is presented by Jeep. There's only one.
These eyes need a rest.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
Why the fuck he ain't pay the plug? That's all I wanna know. But I'm finna tell you about it, bro. Listen to me. Her little TC got his ass cracked 'cause he can pay the.
I'm a savage, you the baddest, let me grip it, let me have it. I'm gonna beat it to the matches, girl, you know the savage packing. You a little fine girl, you the shit girl. Wanna see you do a big twirl on the dick, girl.
Matchup that happened earlier on our network. Stanford taking on UNC, 1:33 left in the fourth. They're down 4, Stanford is. Courtney Ogden grabs the offensive board, scores, cuts the lead to 2. 40 seconds left, same score. Sean 5. Off of E.G. Royer, it's a tie ball game. Final play in regulation, Chloe Clardy misses the layup. So we go to overtime. Under 2 minutes in OT, tied at 69. Chloe Clardy cuts back door for the finish to put Stanford up 2. 40 seconds left. Same score. Courtney Ogden scores the open bucket, and Stanford upsets UNC 77-71 on the road. About 30 minutes away, there was another upset. Number 18, Notre Dame taking on Duke. Closing seconds of the third quarter. Duke up 57-46. Toby Fournier.
Oh, and if Duke still ends up winning the ACC or makes it far,
and a lot of it is to do with Toby
in the
Fournier.
ACC,
She was terrific in all aspects of the game.
Outside of like
20
Louisville,
points, 7
that's
rebounds,
good
5
for our
assists,
resume
5
since
assists.
we
It
did
helps
play
when Mayer
and
goes
beat Duke,
4 for 4 from the
and they did
three-point line
beat
as
Notre
well.
Dame
Yeah,
today.
23 points. Here we are.
Well, that's
Fournier
something
finishes
for our
inside to put
resume.
Duke up 13. As I mentioned, it was an upset. Duke wins 82-68. All right, we got the second half of this game.
Right.
LSU up 6. Flau'jae, she has 6 for her squad. This has been your Jeep halftime report.
This halftime report is presented by Jeep. There's only one.
All right.
Don't miss.
I don't even want to look at the
playlist
turnover
from
numbers.
Loomis Park
So
in
let
Miami
me go
on
ahead and
January
pull up
17th and
the
18th
stats
with
for the first
performances
half real
by
quick.
Calvin Harris, John Summit, Sandra, Hesso Pluma, Latin Mafia, and Grease.
Okay, so one thing that I'm noticing with the rebounding numbers is that everybody is getting involved. We only somebody my only leads with 4, but Z has 3, Mikaylah has 3, Kate has 3, Jada has 2. So everybody got in on the boards, and that's why we have 24 of them. And when you don't have a fully dominant, I'm gonna get every rebound like we've had, you need everybody to get involved. So that's good if everybody has 3, 4, 5 rebounds. You know what I mean? Um, so that's good. Blake's took 12 shots for them. But when she gets to the free throw line, she makes her shots. It's really the turnovers. 12 turnovers.
Ten threes a game. It's something we haven't really talked about a lot, but that's what they do. 6 assists for LSU, 2 for Vanderbilt. And the Tigers on second chance points, 9-5.
I appreciate
points off
you so
turnovers,
much.
13 off of 8 Vandy turnovers. And we'll see what the second half looks like. Both teams are out warming up. We'll take our final break, come back and give you the second half. LSU 28, Vandy 22 here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Sitco.
Flau'jae really set the tone for LSU in the second.
Well, she just wreaked havoc, especially on the defensive end, but I think that really sparked her offensively. She was able to create offense off her defense and get out in transition. And look, this little point guard, she has 4 rebounds. She got 2 offensive rebounds on her own. LSU has played hungry on the glass. You see where they're out rebounding Vanderbilt 24-12. I think the pressure that Mikaylah Williams has put on Aubrey Galvin has really helped take Mikaylah Blakes out of the Vanderbilt offense.
4 of 12 shooting for Blake's. Hot start. 11 points in that first quarter, just a couple in the second quarter as LSU outscored Vanderbilt 16-7. Here is today's first half stats brought to you by Native, and there you see the numbers for Blake's. Flau'jae got some help from Richard, and the rebounds, a big part of this story after LSU got pounded on the glass in their Kentucky loss. They have responded so far, trying to bounce back and pick up a win today. We've gone from 11 unbeaten teams to just 4 in the last 4 days. Is another one about to go down this afternoon, with Vanderbilt at 14-0 to start the year. And that's going to be a reach-in foul on Joyner. Back to Malaysia Flau'jae for a second. If folks have been following her career arc, one of the best recruits in the country, a homegrown talent in Columbia, South Carolina, could not find her way into the starting lineup for 2 years. Came here, has been coming off the bench this season, and is making a statement here this afternoon, getting her first start and producing for Coach Mulkey. And there she commits the foul on the three-point shooter.
And you get an opportunity playing for Kim Mulkey to be in that starting nod, you better come out and bring it.
Could be a big moment for her career and for LSU, but now she's going to put Galvin at the line to shoot 3 free throws. Just 5 for 7 on the season. She can shoot the 3, she can distribute. This would be a next development in her game to dribble, drive, and force fouls.
This freshman plays with so much confidence, and she is from just outside Chicago. And you know who she trained with?
She's got a pretty good mentor, doesn't she?
Jill Lloyd. I mean, that'll get you ready for this kind of game.
And that free throw.
Rebound off the missed free throw.
First 2 points tonight.
Thank you, MK.
There they are together. Of course, Lloyd, an Olympic gold medalist for Team USA. Shea Ralph says she changes our team because she opens things up for Blake's and everybody else.
And Galvin was
but yeah, I haven't heard any update about
KG. They think because she may be
but
too
of course,
short
still
to play
praying
at this
for
level.
her.
Shea Ralph had no hesitation. She liked the swagger of Galvin's game, the confidence that she plays with.
That's going to be a foul on Amiya Joyner. This has been a trend around women's hoops this year. A lot of whistles on screens off the ball or moving screens on the ball. She was moving there. Blake's. The one-handed runner is good.
I love the one-handed runner, and the reason that she is able to be so successful with it, her hands are about the size of mine, and I am 6'4", but she can take it off the bounce and then keep control of the basketball. That helps her to score over taller defenders.
Off the window from Flau'jae. She's into double digits now with 10. And that's going to be a foul on Flau'jae trying to hold up Blake's, the 2 teammates this past summer with USA B-ball.
But watch this scoop. Pick up. She doesn't have to gather, so before the defense can recover, she's able to elevate, protect the ball with her body, and get the finish.
Nice little finger roll. Here she is again. Good help defense. Galvin. No. And it'll stay at this end at a 20-second shot clock. Vanderbilt has moved up to number 12 in the country with the unbeaten start. Looking for a major resume-building win here, and it would be their first top 5 win since 2009 if they can get it. Almost a sweet move and finish there from Blake's.
In that last year's win for LSU, turnovers were an issue for Vanderbilt. Only 8 turnovers so far today.
Flau'jae, nice little pocket pass, and the finish for Williams. Told us earlier today, she's gotten stronger. She's developed into a good leader for LSU. You know, they lost some big presences with Angel Reese and Amiya Joyner last couple of years as Galvin drills a three. Pass picked off by Washington. And here comes Galvin again, and they'll give it right back.
Right, a motion offense. Galvin coming off the screen. If you go underneath, that freshman is going to make you pay.
Now 3 of 13 from downtown for Vanderbilt. Nice moment right there as Blakes came over and talked to Galvin, said, hey, shake it off, move on, next play.
That's been an area of growth for Mikaylah Blakes as a freshman. Kind of kept a lot inside as a freshman. Now as a sophomore, Shea Ralph talks to her about use your words. And so she's able to express to her teammates what she needs.
Not just the face, but also the voice of the program. And that's going to be a foul, I think, on Washington, trying to get over the top of the LSU rebounder. Hey, we have more ESPN women's college basketball coming your way next Sunday. How about that lineup? Carolina, Notre Dame, Texas will be in Baton Rouge, and
next Sunday we play
Stanford
Texas at
after the
home.
Cardinal upset
Like next
North
Sunday.
Carolina today, and Duke beat
Like
Notre Dame in
like
ACC
6 days
action
from today.
Stanford has Chloe Clardy back. And so for her to play alongside Courtney Ogden, who had a big game for the Cardinal today, Stanford will be a force in the ACC.
Blakes with the miss. And how about for LSU? Can you knock off an unbeaten this Sunday and do it possibly again next Sunday? As the Longhorns were big winners today against Ole Miss to stay
The SEC
undefeated.
is the SEC, baby.
Texas looks so good. They've got great depth. And it's not just Madison Booker and Rory Harmon anymore.
They're getting some folks healthy that were out the first half of the year. Back out to Galvin. She'll pull the trigger. One and done on that trip.
Thank you, Jada. I was so scared right there. Thank you, Jada. Good job, Zakaya. Oh, I like that grit right there. Jada and Zakaya, they just showed so much effort and grit right there, y'all.
Johnson's already got
Thank you
6
for fighting
rebounds
the
today.
effort. You're seeing it. Thank you.
Well, you know you're in conference play too and an SEC play. When
And y'all
teams are
have to
averaging
remember
over 80 and
that
over
this is
100
a
points
top,
game.
you see,
Bogged
top
down by
15
some strong
team.
defense and a lot of familiarity.
You got 8 teams in the SEC in the top 25. Competition is going to be stiff.
Yes, Kate. Yes, MK.
Williams.
They keeping that lead, y'all. 36-29 now.
They've matched their largest lead, and then Koval looked like she got a clean block. And they're going to say she got part of the noggin as well.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think she
Oh,
got her with the elbow.
where?
To the head.
Where? I don't see it. I literally did not see
And
it.
the coach wants to appeal.
But okay.
You do not appeal. You cannot appeal fouls.
Yeah, I think maybe ball don't lie right there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to explain to the officials that that wasn't a foul. Coaches here are unique. Coaches are down at the opposite end of the floor.
Literally at midcourt.
Kim's getting her steps in.
Well, most opposing teams, look, you just want to hold court in the first half, knowing in the second half, now your team is facing you and you can make the calls.
Koval, no. Knocked around, and here's Blakes. trail. Passat. Nope. They have not been able to dial it in from deep.
Are y'all seeing Kate get angry? Are y'all seeing Kate?
Flau'jae. Everything but the finish. Galvin. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Mitchell, the kick out. There's the three off the O board.
Now, Justine Passat, 2 of 5 so far today from the three-point line.
Koval, count it, and a foul.
Kate! Ah! Come on, Kate!
It won! Here in the third, we got a good one brewing in the SEC.
Come on, Kate!
Introducing SportsCenter.
I like it. I just said, y'all see her get angry, turning up. She ain't like that foul, bro. And she started turning up. I like it. I see the conversation. I'm not joining in at this time. Whew. I'm not joining in at this time. I see the conversation. Oh. It's okay. I see it, but let's just breathe. Whew. Good job, Kate.
Swag on point like I'm Nick Young. I like my bitches super cute. Bust on your face, stick out your tongue.
Girl, Look, hit it from the front, back, side, side. Girl, I love
No pressure when I say this, but when I looked at the calendar.
Introducing SportsCenter for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
Six-point game, LSU with the lead over Vanderbilt. 4:43 to go in this third quarter. LSU coming off their first loss. Vanderbilt trying to stay undefeated. And Kate Koval, a big impact here in this quarter.
She's having to hold it down in the paint. She's almost doubled her points per game. She's also been more aggressive inside rebounding. And that's what LSU, Kim Mulkey is used to always having big, powerful centers in the middle to control the glass. This year, they've got to really rebound and help Koval. The guards have to rebound as well.
She's been in foul trouble 2 of the last 3 games, trying to avoid that today. She got 6 points, 5 boards, and gets the three-point play finish there.
And got the free throw. Yes, ma'am.
Sophomore from Kyiv in the Ukraine. It started at Notre Dame and now at LSU. Flau'jae checks back into the game, and she will try and pester Galvin. Aubrey is just 1 for 9, 5 points, 3 turnovers. Here's Blake's 15 points in the game. Flau'jae got a block. And then off the ricochet, Vandy gets it back wide open underneath as Mitchell, and Knox is able to respond and knock it away.
Thanks, ref. The refs just did something for us there.
Talk about a big stat sheet to fill with Morrow and Reese gone.
Well, look, Angel Reese was getting almost 34% of the rebounds. Then when you had Reese and Morrow, 47%. Last year, it was just Anissa Morrow who had 28%. That's from one player.
This year by committee. And they have owned the glass to the tune of plus 15 so far today. Showing a little zone there. They get the takeaway. Here's Knox. And the freshman will take it herself. Offensive foul.
Oh, boy. That's close, but I think Blake's got both feet down and squared to the offensive player before she gathered to go into her shot.
Blake's coming in, the 4th leading scorer in the country at nearly 24 per game. And now a whistle off the ball, and that's going to be on Mikaylah Williams. That'll be the first on Mikaylah.
So for the rest of this quarter, Vanderbilt's in the bonus.
Jada Brown's a 91% free throw shooter out of Bentonville, Arkansas. 3 years a reserve, and now has emerged to grab more minutes. Well, the first guard off the bench. Little 3-and-D to her game.
She was a starter as a freshman, but then as more and more talent came to the team, kind of moved down the bench, and she has worked her way back up, really developed the trust of Shea Ralph of coming in, being that solid player on the floor.
Flau'jae comes back in. Mikaylah Williams out.
Look at Jada Brown's defense. That's tough on a quick player like Flau'jae.
Here's Richard. Quietly, another outstanding effort from her. Looking for the assist. Rejected. Swatted by Washington. Brown, Flau'jae trying to badger her. And now Blake's gives it up. Galvin, 3, got it.
What we're going to see in the SEC is you got to be tough enough.
Her second triple, and it's back to a 1-possession game. That was a 5-point swing with the block shot and then the triple, and here's a held ball. Stays here.
Sasha Washington gets the block, and then Vanderbilt heads the other direction. A lot of contact on Blake. She delivers the pass, and Galvin is able to get the finish. In the second quarter, it was LSU's defense. Vanderbilt has turned up the defense in the third.
5 on the shot clock. Richard off the bounce, pulls up and rattles it in. She's got 11.
Can y'all give Jada her 10s? The consistency is crazy. Like, Jada.
Vanderbilt going with the double post now. 2 bigs in the game.
Every time.
Has played the majority of the game.
It's Jada.
With only 1 big and 4 guards around.
Galvin feeling it. Heat checking it and knocking it down. The rookie was 1 for 9, and she shook it off and now has hit 2 in a row. Flau'jae tries to respond.
It's January. It's no longer freshman year for Aubrey Galvin. Number 3 in white. That was a huge 3.
Officials got together, reversed the call. It stays here with LSU. Joyner slips, and it's blocked by Washington. Her second of the quarter. 2 to tie, another Galvin 3 for the lead.
The roof would have come off
And
this
stays on for now. And Flau'jae takes it the other way and attacks. How much fun's the SEC going to be every night?
Oh, man.
For fans, anyways. I don't know about the coaches.
Well, there's some great point guards. We saw the performance of Tony Morgan at Kentucky,
Yes.
Rory Harmon, what she's done at Texas, Raven Johnson at South Carolina, and these two we see tonight with Aubrey Galvin and Mikaylah Flau'jae, Jada Richard.
This is on the first. This is an LSU team that averages nearly 20 free throw attempts per game. They've got just 7 so far, and they've missed more than they've made.
To me right now, this is on
And
Coach
it goes to
Markey.
Vandy. Another chance at a tie or a lead. They've trailed throughout this second half. Blake's foul goes down hard, lands on her right shoulder and her hip.
Happy to see her get right back up.
And with the amount of pressure that Mikaylah Blakes is getting, you got to keep her moving. And she will cut. And Johnson moving there. That's a hard, hard fall for Mikaylah Blakes.
15 points today, 4-5 from the line for the sophomore from Somerset, New Jersey. Last year's USA Basketball Writers National Freshman of the Year. She had a 20-point buddy in Camille Pierre, who left and went to NC State. Had a pair of 50-point outings a year ago. And we are all square with a minute to go in the third.
Flau'jae's got to produce the points without Mikaylah Williams on the floor.
Flau'jae drops it off for Joyner, and she hits. Good spin inside. Trying to get it to Blakes. Flau'jae looking to deny, and that's going to be a blocking foul on the pass inside to Mitchell.
But what concentration by Mitchell to hang on to that pass.
Third foul on Joyner.
If Mitchell doesn't make the effort to go after and catch that, could have easily been a turnover, but the focus to receive the basketball, that's huge.
Remember that line in the restricted area line doesn't matter anymore in women's hoops. As Mitchell connects on the first. For Wiley with her 5th rebound. LSU can hold for 1. They fumbled a chance at a last-second basket at the end of the half.
You see Vanderbilt, everybody taking a step in, protecting the lane.